Oh, what? No, that is genius.
He's our friend.
What is Jaeger? A hunter.
It's not working.
So it's the hunter mess.
What is it?
German language has crazy words that
Bro.
are really long, that mean like a whole sentence worth of stuff. So I make up words with myself. Like there's a word in German for, I don't know what it is specifically, but for that sensation that you get when a train pulls away next to you and you think you're moving. You ever get that sensation? When you park your car and their car's backing up next to you, you're like, whoa, they're still moving. There's a word for that.
Wow.
They have a word for the feeling that you get when you walk downstairs and you think there's another stair.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, there's a word for that. They have a word. Germans have a word for that.
What is the word?
I don't know what it is exactly.
Oh.
They have words. No, don't do that. That's off track.
I think Chef would enjoy us talking about.
So we made up a word for that sensation that you have, which I had this morning, when you go to put your pants on after you get out of the shower and your feet are wet and your feet get stuck in your pants. When you're in a hurry to get to work. Right? You ever have that? Yeah. Oh, I hate that.
You're just like, no. Is it just no with like a lot of O's? That's the word.
Alright, so now what I'm doing is I'm working in and out of that chine bone, this structure right here. Right?
Are you doing the same thing you did with the shank? You're just scraping it off?
Yeah, you're on the bone and you're scraping the bone clean.
Yes, great.
And I'm using this hold because it's relatively tough stuff. Even though it's tenderloin, you know, I'm on the bone, so I need an accurate knife. So you work in and out of this. When you hit bottom, you're on the finger bone, you're on this. And up front here, you're on the hip bone. So this open up like so. Natural seam. And you know, you have to do this very carefully. I mean, this is an expensive cut. So I'm getting as close to the bone as possible. Alright, so that's loosened off of the chine. There's a muscle that sits on here called the chain, right? The chain is really kind of tough. And what we're creating is called a peeled side muscle on, a pismo tenderloin. What are you doing? Are you taking your temperature? Are you taking her temperature?
No,
Are they doing this stuff here?
No,
Or are you trying to get your pen out?
yeah.
To take notes?
Yeah.
Alright, so scrape this off like so. Start from the tail, and you're going to do this when you bone out your pork loin. Alright, you're going to take out the tenderloin. So it's the same fabrication technique. You scoop the tenderloin off like so.
Does it sit in the same
Same
kind of
exact
bone
thing.
structure?
Every mammal is the same.
So with cows, when they go to the slaughterhouse, do they have like kind of the same rules with like, I don't know, because I went to like a pig, like kind of like a slaughterhouse where they like film everything, got a tour, and like they make it like there's rules where it's like if they can't walk by themselves with the
Yes.
machine when they get
Yeah.
gas, they like have to.
You gas pigs?
Yeah, you give them like an anesthesia,
What?
like this little
Oh, okay,
Ferris wheel
cool.
thing. They go around, they come out the other side, they get hung by the leg, and
Yeah.
slice their neck.
Sounds like a recorded day.
Well, that's how it's done.
Sounds like the
Beef
daily
cattle
on
have
the
to be
daily.
ambulatory
Like an amusement
for them
That's
to
the
go
daily.
to slaughter. They do that anti-mortem inspection. Then they would bring them in a chute, you know, well lit so they're not scared, and they go into a chute, and then they close the door, and then they bonk them on the head, and they roll them out and stick them.
They do that to chickens, but they don't like. I didn't know.
Gotta whack him.
It's very quick and very efficient and you know, humane as it can be. I mean, the animal doesn't know what's coming.
Yeah.
The whole idea is don't scare the animal, because there's reasons for that. One, it's better. You know what I mean? Humane-wise, it's better. But also, the meat quality is better. If you have a frightened animal, it's going to have all kinds of adrenaline going through its system, and the meat quality will be diminished. In beef, you would get what's called a dark cutter. Dark cutter means it'd be purplish, red, all right? The pH level would be off. In pork, you get pale, soft, and exudated, PSE. The meat would be all light colored and mushy and watery and low quality, you know? Now, a dark colored beef could be an indicator of age too, and not necessarily a negative. If it's an older animal or it's grass-fed animal, it's going to have a darker red meat. That doesn't mean it's a dark cutter from stress. It's just darker meat, you know, higher iron, which has more flavor. So yeah, all of that is part of it. But you know, you're taking the animal's life. It's not an easy thing. When we slaughter pigs, my nephew raises pigs. We plink them in the head.
How do they do the same thing with chickens in the same way, or?
Chickens would be stunned typically electrically or CO2.
Oh, okay.
Or you can do the old-fashioned way, take it by its foot and smack it over a fence.
That's humane.
The way to do chickens on a small scale would get a road cone and nail it to your table and then
Put their head
down
through
and then
cut their neck.
that way they're not jumping over.
I watched it in facts class.
But, you know, all of that has to be done correctly.
Sorry, it's
I know.
He didn't smile. Did you see the picture with our group? He's like,
He's like,
He smiled at my
smiled with
pictures.
him too.
No, he didn't.
no, he
Smiled
didn't.
with some people.
He smiled in my picture. So that's fine.
He looked disappointed.
He was
in that
content.
picture.
He looked disappointed in one of my pictures.
That's what it is. Did you picture this? I know. Look at his face reaction.
All right, this is the beef tenderloin.
It's
Beef
huge.
tenderloin. And this is the beef tenderloin Pismo right here. All right? It says beef loin, tenderloin full, side muscle on, defatted. All right? So defatted meaning that cover fat was taken off. It's not completely defatted. This wing fat would be taken out here too. See, this is the wing muscle. This is the wing fat. Pry that loose. So that's your wing fat. All right?
Is this side muscle? Which part is the side muscle?
The side muscle is the chain that runs along
Okay.
here. You can see it separating here. Tomorrow we will take it apart. You will see the side muscle off. Denude the whole thing. Denude meaning taking off all the silver, all the connective. But that's a Pismo. That is a very common, typical purchase right here for a lot of restaurants. Very high value. Let's do a little research. Ready?